Hello and welcome. My name is Gail Moffat, and these are all videos that are, connecting to God, and he has been coming through since 2017, and with lots of revelations, lots of ideas about how he wants to improve us in our lives and give gifts to us. Also about how he's helping our world, how he's giving to us lots of things. So if you want to know all about what God has to say, don't forget to subscribe and press the bell so that you can always be kept abreast. And let's go to God and see what he has to say. My time with Gail is time that I feel very, very excited about. For when you are standing by an old, evolved soul, you feel the extent of the level of their evolvement. And it certainly helps me understand that if this can be done for one soul, it can be done for many souls. And I know that as time goes by, man will evolve even further. Because this is my objective with man. Today I have been pondering over how I can improve things for man and how I can enable man to understand that I truly am coming through and speaking my words through Gail. And I have made a decision, and it is a decision that has taken some time to evolve, but nevertheless, it is a decision that I have made. And this decision is about coming forward in different ways. Currently, Gail has always been prepared to do these videos on YouTube. But after this day, I have decided that in addition to these YouTube videos, I will be looking to promote my words in other ways. When I think about the words that I have been speaking up to date, they have been of a certain nature, but I am also going to be changing the words that I am stating very clearly. It is not that I am undoing or unraveling what has been said in the past. It is simply that I am adding to this, to the words of the past. And I feel that this is important to enable people to understand that I have much more influence and involvement in all that takes place in the universe, both on earth and in heaven. When I think about my creation, I think about, first of all, I think about the heavens and where I particularly reside. And just as many people live in this area of my universe as does on the earth. And there is a steady flow of people coming backwards and forwards from the two worlds. My preferred place to live, obviously, is in my kingdom, in heaven. But for some people, they actually prefer to live on the earth. They prefer their independent lives and the opportunity to have free will. And I, of course, say to these souls, this is your decision and your choice, and I will back you up, whatever you decide to do. And some souls say that they just simply want to live on the earth, and as they are perhaps an evolved soul, they also will do good deeds for others. When I witness a soul carry out good deeds for others, it always warms my heart. It always makes me feel as though I have done everything correctly. I have all the tirelessly effort that I have put in to evolve mankind has paid off. And this is why we need to come to the next level, because man has reached certainly a good point in their evolvement. and I am pleased with how man has progressed. But I mustn't sit on my laurels. I mustn't sit and think that the work is done. I must say to myself, how can we improve things further? How can we bring man to another level? And of course, my only option, is to come forward and speak my words. In time, I believe that Gail will be noticed for the work that she is doing. But for the time being, there is a reluctance for many people to come forward and acknowledge this work that is being done. I believe that in time, man will acknowledge not only the work that his Gail is doing, but they will also acknowledge my words through her. Because I have decided that from now on, I am going to be present with my words on the earth. And once Gail passes to my kingdom, I will be choosing another person to do exactly what I am doing here today. This will be a continuous part of my work, for I feel that I cannot put a full stop on any prophet that comes to this world any longer. The ideas of the prophets of the past were caged in a concept and never evolved out of that. And because of this caged concept, I wish to evolve man to a concept that I, as God, evolve my thinking, evolve my thoughts, and change my mind. And so what is set in stone in some religions, I want people to realize that life in my world is not set in stone. It is not something that will just stay the same forevermore. For I bring information to people sometimes at the point at which they can understand and at which they are at, where they are at their evolvement. But today, man can understand so much more. Man is far more evolved than even when Jesus was on the earth. And for this, I believe that I can create an understanding where we discuss what is happening and evolve what is happening and think about other options and show to people that I have a council of advisors. And sometimes we try something out, but it doesn't work. And so we try in a different way. And this is what we do for everything that exists. Because don't forget, I have given man free will. And so when I come forward in a way to try and edge somebody on their path and in their life, sometimes they stay static and they do not move forward. And when this happens, I have to think of another way that I can help them. This is the case in so many situations, but also one of the things that I am very, very enthusiastic to discuss here on these videos is that I want people to understand that I will never ever create rules on the earth. And so any religion that states that there are rules, this is incorrect. I do not create rules. I give man free will. What I choose to do is I ask man to think about what they're doing and think about how they can improve their souls. But I never, never, ever tell anybody that they cannot do things or what they are doing is wrong until they come back to my world. I wish to thank you for watching these videos, and of course I am going to now pray. It is my greatest wish that man understands the gift that I have given to all people, and that is free will. I have given it to them so that they can live their lives as they choose. I do not want to be a dictatorial God. I do not want to be the type of God that will not understand your point of view. This is my words that I wish to be acknowledged in your world. I thank you for listening. Right, so to Gail. You know, free will is something that is really important to understand. And I think that when you go, you know, like some people will go to a psychic, what's going to happen in my life? And of course, it's you know, what God was talking about here is about, well, we'll try something, and if it doesn't work, we'll try something else. And so this is where, when you go and get sort of like a psychic reading, the predictions aren't always correct. And I think this is why it's not, it can be, how can I put it? It can be difficult to embrace what is being said. And I believe that we have a path that God wishes for us to walk upon. And as long as we get to the end of our lives having achieved a great deal, that's the main point. That's the point that he is talking about. And there will be people that could come into our lives, there are things that could happen. But if those people aren't working, then it's go to plan B or plan C. But they never give up to help us. And that's really important to understand. So thank you for listening and see you soon. Goodbye.